So if you happen to be flipping through the channels earlier today, you may have noticed there was a pretty big political convention taking place in New Hampshire. So big that 8 presidential candidates from both parties decided to be part of it, including some big names like Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. And if you did happen to be watching, you may have noticed some vaguely familiar faces in the crowd. Every once in a while, somebody sort of kind of familiar would pop up holding a microphone for the questioners in the audience. People like this guy. And while he might look like your mailman, he's not. But he did play one on TV. Yeah, that's Newman from Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld's biggest nemesis was working the crowd at today's political forum in New Hampshire. This next guy might be a little bit harder to identify because right now he looks decidedly less pervy than the character he portrays on Orange is the New Black. Believe it or not, that is Porn Stash, the Litchfield Prison's correction officer warming up the crowd just a few minutes before New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. Here's another. If you get this one, there's a chance you're watching too much TBS. That is Richard Kind, and he was in Spit City and Mad About You, and it seems like everyone on this staff knows him best as the voice of a character in A Bug's Life. So that was the scene in New Hampshire politics today. A room full of people that, well, you just can't quite put your finger on. And I bring this up because you may experience the same thing during tomorrow's Democratic presidential debate. Yes, Hillary Clinton and Senator Bernie Sanders will be there. You might also know this guy, Governor O'Malley. But some of the other candidates are about as recognizable, probably even less so, than the guy from Bug's Life. And the only saving grace is that there are only just 5 of those to keep track of in the Democratic debate. But on the Republican side, it's another story altogether. There's still 15 candidates, and either voters don't know them or they don't want them. Here is the latest CBS News Republican presidential poll. And as you can see, Donald Trump is still in the lead with 27%. Dr. Ben Carson still polling in second with 21% of the vote. But take a look at the rest. None of the other candidates polled in double digits, not a single one. Bobby Jindal and George Pataki are polling as asterisks. That means they've got less than 0.5% of the vote. Sit down and actually do the math, and that means 1 or maybe 2 people would actually pick Bobby Jindal or Pataki to be president. 1 or 2 people. And Senator Lindsey Graham and Jim Gilmore would kill for those numbers because they get even less support. They do not even register on this latest CBS News poll. And they get whatever is less than an asterisk. They get a dash. What is also interesting is if you look at this latest data, is who has the highest favorability in the field. Dr. Ben Carson is in second place in the race, but he has the highest favorability of any of the candidates. There's 62%. Remarkably high, actually, even though he says things like this.
I would not just stand there and let him shoot me. I would say, hey, guys, everybody attack him. He may shoot me, but he can't get us all.
What did you mean when you said I would not just stand there?
I want to plant in people's minds what to do in a situation like this, because unfortunately, this is probably not going to be the last time this happens.
The likelihood of Hitler being able to accomplish his goals would have been greatly diminished if the people had been armed.
Is that just hyperbole, to use the Nazi analogies?
It's not hyperbole at all.
There is something deeply troubling about blaming victims of mass murder and even the Holocaust for their own destruction. But I have to say the most troubling part is the fact that Dr. Carson is not only a top-tier candidate, he is also viewed in a deeply favorable light. America, I'm going to need us to do a little better.